let's see. How do I send this out to whoever's gonna hop in this? I'm stressed. I don't know how to do this. I at least want to get one person in the Zoom call, well, in the StreamYard call, so that I can say I did it. And I need to share it, copy link, and then I'm gonna send it to Jacob. Paste. Oh, that's not it. Damn, wrong link. How do I invite? How do I invite? StreamYard, copy that link. I've got him on Facebook. I'll add it. I wish I would have known what the world was gonna be like today before. I would have started this like so earlier ago. And my thing is moving so slow. These are simple tasks I'm asking of my computer, simple tasks. Paste that link to myself and then pull it from my phone. All right. Copy StreamYard link. And then send it here and send it here. And add it to let me go back to StreamYard in case somebody pops up. I actually don't even know how to add people into the StreamYard if they tried to. Oh my gosh, the stress. The struggle is so real. I'm gonna post the link here and see, even though it said it wouldn't before. All right, if for some reason oh, good, it's submitted. If for some reason you're looking at this or watching it and you want to hop on the stream, click the link that I just dropped in the comments, and then I'm going to figure out exactly how to add you into it, even though I really don't know how at all. And then I'm trying to figure out on my phone, sending out the link to people in the group, see who's still up. I know it's like 4 p.m. where I'm at, but it's like stupid late everywhere else. B popped up. Trying to get in on this, B?
Hey.
Hey, professional.
I'm gonna hang up on Facebook. It was starting to echo.
All right. And then I can change the view there. Okay, okay. Yo, this isn't bad. This isn't all bad. Okay, cool. And then comment. Started a StreamYard. If anyone wants to join.
Oh snap, I didn't mean to send you the
Post the link. Boom.
Don't listen to that.
Why is it not posting? There we go. Then go into the group and events. No, topics. No, it was groups. Groups. Aimbot. Okay. And now we'll just see what happens. All right. Well, while I wait to see what the results are gonna be, Jacob said he'd be in like 5. Let me see if JJ. I know it's so late. I think for JJ there. Paste. Join the StreamYard if you want to join. And then maybe David. What time is it in Florida?
10:04.
What time is it in Florida?
10:04.
Oh, did you say that before? I'm sorry, I had the volume down. Well, while I wait to see what happens, we can still talk about business such things. So you got what are your goals and stuff?
As of what? That was a very broad
Like,
answer. I feel like a
huh?
question.
What?
I feel like that's like a broad question.
So like you've come to the Zoom calls and you've been on some of the StreamYard calls like when we first started. What did you hope to like get from the calls? Like when you came on, like what were your expectations and what, if any, value have you gotten from the calls?
Nice. Well, I don't know. My expectations are that it was going to be about a business that I wasn't studying. But you were like, but you can come on for the affirmations and like the goals and stuff like that. So that's like the most I just take away from it. It's just like, how can you better yourself? But like not the business part of it, but like how can you make yourself like a better person and like change your mindset to think like this is a good day, today's gonna be a good day, I'm gonna make money, I'm gonna be great at whatever I do, even if I don't know what that do is.
Okay. So you said that you're not interested in starting a business, which is fair, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you had like, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, you had aspirations of starting like a channel of sorts, like a YouTube channel. So like that would be like a goal that applies to business. Like, yeah, it's like a fun thing to do, but it's also a goal. So what is that about for you?
Like how am I gonna achieve my goals?
Let's start with what the goal is. Like, what do you? Hey, Robertino's here. Like, what is the goal?
Yo.
What's up? How are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
Where are you?
I'm in Hawaii. I was just saying that. I was thinking the sun is
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Where are you at?
San Francisco Bay Area.
Oh, okay, California. So that makes sense why the sun is so bright. We sharing the same sun right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Who's all comfy?
Jacob said that he was cool, and then
B's comfy.
Huh?
I'm here.
Yeah, you're comfy. I like to see your eyes.
Comfy. Oh yeah. It's like 10 o'clock where I'm at.
That's why.
Yeah, you're ready for bed. I texted a couple people in the group and they're like, yeah, it started so late, like they're already in bed. They don't know what happened, but they're ready for bed now. They're sleeping. So, yeah. What's your niche?
Oh, I've never been on StreamYard before.
Yeah, that's how we actually started. We started on StreamYard before we went to Zoom. So this was the easiest thing.
So you're one of the original.
Something like that. One of the OGs. I think when I came in, there were 5 or 6 of us showing up consistently, and then once it got past that, we started getting ready to switch over to Zoom because we can't host more than 6 people here on StreamYard.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Do you think do you think that sometimes the meetings? Well, I'm fine with it, but I don't know what other people think. Like, because I know Evan mentioned something, and I know he wanted to say something again.
Hmm.
But I think what he wanted to tell. Oh, I think what he wanted to say was like, if everything can be more structured and like start on time and end right on time instead of like going on. I don't know. I don't know how it is for some people, and I don't know if how people will take it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like I'm fine with it, but then some people have things to do, and they're like, oh man, like they just keep talking and talking and talking.
Right.
But that's fine because some people say, hey, sorry, I gotta go, and text you later or see you guys later, whatever.
Yeah. It doesn't bother me too much, but only because like I'm the head of everybody. I can't think of it. I don't know about Wilhelm, but I think I'm the earliest one. So even when we do the EBRs, everybody else is getting on at like 9 or 10. I'm waking up at like 4 and 5 in the morning just to be on. So by the time the evening calls come, I'm probably just going into work. So worst case, I just listen in at work. It doesn't affect me, but yeah, some people are going to bed at the time that these start. So yeah, that might be what Evan's on.
Yeah.
I think Evan's on East Coast time.
Oh yeah, where is he coming from?
Canada, but he said like, I think he said he's on the same time zone as Lizanna. So and she's in Miami. Yeah.
I think he wanted to say something, but then he would. I think it was better just sometimes if you want to say something, I guess your comments, just say it, not in the group because you don't know how the group will take it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what Jacob thinks. What do you think, Jacob?
There's another person on here?
What were you guys talking about?
We're talking about you.
What were you guys talking about?
Just kidding. No, we were just talking about that. If you think that if you think the meetings should be more structured, or do you think that we
like,
talk too much, or are we okay?
Like roundtable calls and all that?
Yeah.
I think a lot of time it kind of goes overboard. I'm not like calling Josh out or anything, but I feel like I would do the same thing if I had my own live call. I would rant too much, just because you have that capability. But I think if they're more structured, like a lot of time they actually mention in it like, oh, it's gonna be an hour, but it ends up being like an hour and a half or like 2 hours, and I'm like, dude, like I gotta hop off. I gotta go somewhere else. I gotta do something. But I think that's a lot of the time. Like somebody will ask something, and then like it would go over. Like you would say too much or say like too little. Like one thing I always try to one thing that is big for me that I'm really trying to do is like learn to say less instead of saying more. Because a lot of time like you want to say more, but like you really think like, is it really worth it? Right? And that's why you really have to think about like, what is it? Think about what you say before you actually say it, because like Josh says, like usually what they mean is what they say, what they say is what they mean, and that's usually true, because someone makes a statement and they say that statement, but do they really actually understand that statement? Like, do they know what they just said? Like, if you ask them 5 minutes later, like, will they remember what they said? And for me, like, I always think about what I say before I actually say it. And that's one thing that, has helped me a lot, is actually learning to just like not talk as much. Like a lot of times, sometimes people ask me a question.
The only reason why I'm saying that is because the only reason why I say that is because I'm thinking of bringing a couple people on, and I don't know if they're gonna say, hey, this guy talks too much, or like, dang, it went over. Like you said, it was only gonna be like this time, and they, So I don't know. I'm fine with it, but I don't know what other people think.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm a very structured based person. Like,
with that, I think that if people just started doing, maybe if people just started doing more things like this, like finding people within their niche, like I'm not sure what is your niche, Jacob? I just know you do a lot of podcasts and you really killing it with this whole dunk thing that you've been working on. What is your niche specifically?
Inspiring the millennial generation to think on a higher note.
Oh, gotcha. That makes a lot of sense based off of what I
basically trying to be like a motivational speaker kind of thing, like inspire everybody, you know, because like I know my purpose, I know my why.
Right.
And you know, it's helped me a lot. So I'm like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Like I literally broke the hardest thing in the world, in my opinion. And a lot of people think I for it, but like doesn't really bother me.
Well, with that, I think
but yeah, that's my niche.
Sub niches within the group. Like if Jacob had like a bunch of people that actually Jacob is pretty broad. He could cater to probably everybody with that niche. But like if there are people that were specifically real estate or specifically drop shipping or specifically marketing or whatever, if they made like subgroups like this and did that, it wouldn't be as like, I wonder if somebody wants to if I want to bring somebody on because so and so might talk too much. So more stuff like this where we can just provide value to each other and our, let's say, subcultures of it, I wouldn't see it being an issue, but I do understand where you come from. I had a friend that I brought on, Anthony. I don't know if you were there. I brought him in for an EBR and I wanted him to like have time to like speak and ask questions, but everything ran over. So he was like, what was that here for? kind of thing.
I think I was there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, but if anybody, they don't want to be there, obviously they can hop off whenever. So it's not like, for you, it's not a huge issue. For me either. It's just.
No. I mean, like I noticed, Jacob, like what you said, you, the other day, I remember it went over, like it went over. and then I noticed like Jacob texted, he's like, okay guys, I gotta go. But you did text. I mean, you let the group know that you had something to do. So
what's your niche, Robertino? What are you in for?
Yeah, I had something to do, and then I was like, because you know what'd you say?
Oh no, there's like a weird lag because I don't know. I feel like sometimes we talk over each other. You can go ahead, Jacob. But I was asking Robertino what his niche was because I wasn't sure what he was in the group for. So.
Oh.
Okay, you know, yeah. What I was saying was like the other day I said I had to leave.
Yeah.
But actually, like I was doing my work and I was also watching it on live on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And then I heard that Josh Sedor mentioned David Goggins, and I was like, oh shit, like dude, I gotta hop back on this call and like, you know, say something, because like David Goggins is somebody that I actually found too, that, you know, one of my mentors actually mentioned to me because I guess it's his mentor, and like I was like, dude, this is so relatable. Like I know this guy so well, and I like use his words like so hardcore, especially like a lot of the things that I do is like over the top of what I actually other people do, and it's like kind of like that. Like my niche is kind of like, you could say, I mean, I do a lot of personal fitness kind of stuff. So it's kind of like Evan. Like, I feel like if I really put in the time to do that too, I could. Like, there's so many things that I really could do that I am. But right now I'm trying to really focus on one thing at a time. And that's one important thing is like being able to focus on it. Like, like I do have some like real estate housing too. So with that, so. But it's a lot. Like if I try to do everything at one time, it's like way over the top. Like I'll just overwhelm my mind and I'll just be like, shit, like I'll be blown. So it won't work. So that's why I'm trying to focus on just like inspiring everybody, because that's really what I'm focused on right now. And I allow myself to focus on that. So that's hopefully like I can start, you know, making money off of that. I haven't really gotten to that, but like just like the win is like, you know, being able to get so many people on a call. Like literally, like I can say things and like someone will want to get on a call with me. I don't know if it's just my energy, but like I can't, like nothing can stop me. Like nothing can like bring me down. Like I used to like have negativity, but now like there is such thing as negativity to me. Negativity is my positivity, and that's huge. So
it is.
And people think like it's crazy, but like I mean it's like it's the real thing. So
yeah. But we lost B.
and like I saw Christina's like video the other day on Vidyard, and like that was some good stuff.
I don't know which one it was, but it sounds scary.
The one on the affirmations, I was going through like watch these stories, and the one affirmations, you were just like sitting there like, I'm a winner, like I don't like I make money comes easy to me, like fuck what everybody thinks about it, and like something like that. But like that was it was tough.
I need to watch those back because I don't even know what I'm saying sometimes. I'm so in the zone.
You're like, did I say that?
Right. Yeah, it happens. It happens. That's one thing I'm trying to get better too is not cussing as much. I guess Lasana must have told Josh call was like try not to cuss as much because Josh cusses a lot. And I think on one of the calls he actually didn't cuss, but you know, I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, like if really people actually understand it, then it's different. Like some people take it too literal when somebody cuss word.
Right. I think it just depends on.
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know how people what people think about it. But
5,000 people, I could see why cursing too much would be like, you know, maybe you shouldn't do that. You don't know you don't know the vibes of the people in the crowd if they're gonna resonate with the way you're saying. But in a casual setting like this, like I think we're all like mature enough to handle it. It's not a big deal. But you gotta make it a habit. So if he wants to stop it for the sake of he's about to take off with a whole bunch of speaking again, then yeah, it'd be a good idea to break the habit now.
Mm-hmm.
That's a win.
Yeah, especially if I want to be like a motivational speaker,
Right.
I can't be going around like cussing all the time. So I got better at that. But that's why like I write down like an outline or a note of things what I'm gonna say, and then I actually like write it. That's how I do it, and that's how I like keep it in my head.
Well, that's smart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some things that you guys feel like you guys
I don't know. All like
the calls?
Hmm?
What are some things that you guys think that you guys have started to do well because of the calls, because of hopping in on the team?
Funny that you say that. One thing I can say before I let work. How do you say your name?
Who? Me?
Robertino.
Robertino. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is it Robertino?
Mm-hmm.
Robertino. Hey, okay. But I'll let you say after I say. I'm gonna say one thing. Is really affirmations, meditation, and you know, understanding that you have to like set like I set like 3 goals a day, and like you know I won't like I've been in the zone. Like Josh says it so hard is that you know like when you're in the zone, you're in the zone, right? Nothing's gonna stop you. Like you will literally be so far in the zone that you don't even like recall shit. Like it's 2 o'clock in the morning, like. But that's one thing that you know like I've been doing so much, and I think like it gets to me, but like it won't get to me after like 3-4 days. Like I'll sometimes like usually like I won't allow myself to go to bed or fall asleep until I finish those 3 goals. So like sometimes like if something got in the way, it got in the way. But because I said I'll do those 3 goals, if I went to bed like and it's real, like it actually is true that if I go to bed without accomplishing those 3 goals, then I'll wake up in the morning and feel like shit. Like, because I know that I didn't accomplish those goals. And I just lost, you know, that goal. I failed. So like, that's why, you know, I can't go to bed. Like it doesn't matter to me if it's 3 or 4 in the morning. Like as long as once I finish those 3 goals, then I can go do my night routine and I can feel accomplished. And it happens all the time because like, you know, things get in the way. I mean, you gotta like, you have family issues, you got family stuff, like there's all those little things that get in the way. And, but that's literally like one thing that that's helped me is just listening on these calls and knowing, like seeing like everybody getting their wins. It's like, you know, I can't not get my wins, right? If I don't get wins, then I'm failing myself. And it's all about like it's all about yourself, but it's about the whole community. Like if I can like provide to the community, then I can provide for myself because I'll make myself feel good. But that's one thing that's helped me. So Robertino, why don't you go?
But
you're kind of new, so I don't know like how much you've absorbed. But
I'm curious to find out, because I'm sure you weren't like that, like always. There's something happened that just made you be more focused.
Oh, yeah, I never was. I used to be like the laziest person you will ever think. Like even to this day, like I'm still like lazy. I'm not gonna lie, in a certain way. Like when it comes to like my room and my desk, like it looks like it's terrible. Like if you look at my room, like if you look at my room, like it's the messiest thing in the world. And like my desk, not my whole room, like my clothes and stuff, I keep it clean, but my desk, like I have stuff all over the place. But like I know where those things are. Like if you ask me to go grab like a napkin or something, I'll know where it is. Just because like I know what, like I allow myself to know like where I put things. I'm not very organized. I'm not like an OCD kind of guy. But no, I was the laziest person. I mean, if you really want to know why, like how I came from what I came, we're gonna have to hop on a call, and I have to put you in my podcast for that, because I feel like you could provide value for that too. But no, I wasn't. Yeah, it's a long story. Okay. But I was never. I wasn't like that. No, like if you read my if you go to my Instagram and actually read my bios, like my first bio, my first blog that I put up, like you were like just by hearing that, you would know like I wasn't like I didn't take care of myself, like I didn't care about anything, like I relied on something instead of relying on myself, and like when that clicked, like I knew okay I had to make a change, and that's really how I did it. Like I told myself, okay, I'm like this is making me worse than I already am, so I'm gonna go and make a change. And I changed. Now I won't allow myself to go back to it because that's my why. And I know like if I do go back, then I'm just wasting more time that I already have, because like time is valuable. Like every day that you spend could be like the last day of your life.
Big facts.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I feel like I'm on a talk show.
I feel like the affirmations thing, like I kind of like every time Josh asks what reasons or what are your biggest takeaways from being a part of the group, I kind of always, I don't feel bad, but it's like I always want to say like affirmations or things that I'm grateful for, things that I've implemented. It always goes back to affirmations, but I almost feel bad like it's a cop-out, like to say affirmations just because let's just say anybody and everybody could say it, but it's because it's so like freaking true. Like I literally think it's one of the most important and totally underrated things. So I definitely co-sign everything that Jacob said, because those affirmations are key, because those affirmations you can take away from not just business, but put it in your personal life and professional life. You can apply that to anything in the world. And same thing with addressing self-limiting beliefs. You can put that and apply it to anything in the world. And yeah, so that would have been mine too. I think my biggest takeaway, the positive things that I've gotten, the biggest positive thing that I can take away from Team Jet so far is definitely affirmations, definitely recognizing those self-limiting beliefs, because literally what you say is what you invite into your life. And like more so in my personal life than my business, there's been a lot of things that I've said that aren't the most positive, and they've I think it was today at the EBR, Josh said that whatever negative thing that you say or anything that you say, it just expands. So I'd say one negative thing and it was like one thing, but it's grown into this huge thing, and I'm just like, fuck. And now that I realize it, I'm like, well, what did I do? So I'm spending time trying to reverse the negative energy that I've basically invited into my life. So self-limiting beliefs, affirmations, but then also learning this flyer funnel is also a real positive thing, because there's even though like I'm in the drop shipping niche, it definitely offers a way to break away from drop shipping. Because I know people try to say like drop shipping is dead and it's oversaturated or whatever. Just learning how to use the software flyer funnel and then realizing that there's what's it called? We just learned about it yesterday. Not affiliate marketing. Yeah, like you can use it for affiliate marketing and then get commissions based off of that. And not only that, but start your own agency based off of that. I've got people that I didn't even consider really inviting to the team just because, like you said, people are so focused on them and what they've got going on. I've been thinking about me this whole time, and I'm like, shit, my friend Anthony, he's starting a security business. On Instagram, I'm like, shit, my cousin's sister-in-law, she's starting a baking thing. I could take Flyer Funnel and get her one of those social media resumes or even build her a website, and then that's only sharpening my skills. Those are things that I'd be doing for free, but then the universe would also be giving me that positivity back because like I'm growing my skill set. So those are like the biggest takeaways that are like just like huge for me and the team so far.
Good answer. Good answer.
That is real key. I mean, especially like I never thought about doing affirmations before I even did it. Like in like 2 months ago, like I never even heard about it. But like once I got up and I started doing it, I was like, holy cow, like this is so real. Like this has absorbed my life so much. Like I've always wanted to like go into psychology because like I feel like, you know, I've always wanted to understand how the brain works. And so I do a lot of like, I read a lot of books on that and they like mention it, but they don't really mention affirmations. They say it in a different way.
Right.
And like affirmations is basically like you say it over and over and over. Like you do it 21 times, you do it 30 times, you do it 100 times, and like it'll be drilled in your head. That's why they say, you know, like write it down, because if you write it down, then you literally like allowed your body to write it and see it at the same time. So your ability to understand what you actually wrote down has increased by 10%. And that's why affirmations are so key. That's why I do it like every day. Like I literally go over like some of the stuff that I talked about in the past or wrote down in the past and look at them and be like, yeah, I relate to that so hard.
Cool.
Yeah. I agree with everything you're saying.
So do you guys have anything specific that y'all had, maybe not questions, but things that y'all wanted to talk about? Honestly, I just wanted to get up here so that we can say that we did do it, that we tried, because I don't know what the hell happened today. I was just sitting like, so are we in this today or not, guys? So I'm glad that at least we got to get up here and still have
wasn't I had on my calendar something with 5 no. Was it today? No. Oh yeah, 3 to 4 p.m. No, or am I wrong?
I got a new phone, so none of my calendars synced over, so I don't have the calendars anymore. I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
yeah, I did get a calendar thing at 3 a.m. too. I mean, I'm EST.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I really don't know what I'm doing with you guys. I don't know why I joined or how I joined, and then once I joined, I just feel like I guess I feel like a fly on the wall where I'm listening to you guys and I'm learning from you guys, because I didn't know what I think when I first logged in, I messaged Crispo and I asked him, hey, I don't know what e-commerce is or affiliate marketing is. Should I be here, or like I don't know any of this stuff? Yeah. He's like, no, bro, just hang in there, like just listen and learn. I'm okay. So I've been listening and learning as I come along. I mean, the reason that I keep coming on, because I think watching you guys motivates me every morning. and I feel almost like we're like this little family. And so like you right, like we don't know each other, but we see each other every morning.
Right.
The same people. We haven't met, but it just feels nice that, I mean, we're in this unfortunate situation right now, but I haven't really left my house. I haven't done really anything or been out with even my close friends.
Yeah.
So I've been strict with myself, staying home, and just I don't know. It kind of feels bad that I'm kind of getting used to this now, like this quarantine life.
Right.
Where before this, I was like social butterfly. I was at all the parties. I was all the networking events and like everywhere. Boom, boom, boom. My calendar was packed, and it's definitely slowed down my life. But like I said, I'm learning from you guys, and I'm just thankful that you guys are here.
Right.
I don't really know exactly where I'm heading, but I feel positive, like something is going to happen, but I just don't know what yet.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Right?
At least knowledge is power. At least you're sitting and you're taking it all in. So once you decide, you got all that shit stored up, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and I know that I'm gonna do this because this is what I resonated the most with. And then all the videos are on playback, so all you gotta do is have little sessions with yourself and figure it out. So yeah.
I mean, because it's great. It's great for the people that have something, and they're learning about funnels and like everything, like, because they're like asking questions. Hey, how do I do this for my business? Blah, blah, blah. It's great for those particular people, but when you don't have anything like me, I'm just like, man, I wish I could be like working on something right now and just like watching it grow. But this is where I'm at. But it's okay. It's okay.
Definitely is A-okay. What resonates with you the most, do you think? Like, I think if I was in your position, I'd be so overwhelmed because we do get so much information at one time. It's like, shit, that's a lot of good shit. What am I going to do? I could try that, but that sounds pretty fire too. So what do you feel resonates with you the most?
Yeah, I was overwhelmed. And then the thing is that, it was a lot of information, and I felt like I came in the middle of something that started, like, like when you register for a class and you're like, oh shit, like I should have came on the first day. Now I'm like 2 weeks late into this class and I have to catch up. That's the way I felt.
Yeah.
But it's okay as I just hang in there and just learn from you guys.
Right, definitely.
And Madrid, he talks too fast.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask him at first, like, why do you talk so fast? Sometimes, like, I can't even.
I can tell you why. I can tell you why.
I can't really grasp what you're saying, but I'm hanging in there. I'm listening. But at the same time, like, I'm like, okay, he has a lot of passion. And if he were to try to sell me something, I don't even know if I would, like, I don't know. Like, I need someone to give me, if they want to sell me something, like, sell me at a slower pace and like, convince me. But I think, I don't know, like his fast talking, I'm not used to it, but I get it. And it's just him. But I'm just not used to someone talking so fast. But now I know him, and it's cool. And I'm glad he is the way that he is, because he has so much going on here, so much knowledge that he just wants to get out and like release it, So that's, I mean, I love his energy, and that's what keeps us coming.
Yeah. What is it, Jacob? You said I can talk so fast.
Oh, Jacob?
Yeah, I think I don't usually talk like real fast all the time myself. I think I'm starting to like talk a lot faster. Like some people, they're like, you calm down, like speak it like clearly, like actually like say it again. And sometimes I won't say it again. I'll say it the exact same way. And I think it's because like one thing that I've started doing, because I understand that, you know, your time is very valuable, right? Like everything that you do is time, right? And one thing I do myself is when I'm watching something, like I don't watch Netflix really much anymore, but when I'm watching Netflix, I'm watching a documentary or I'm watching something on YouTube. I don't watch it on the normal speed. I'll speed it up. Like sometimes it'll be like 1.5 or 1.75.
Oh wow.
And it speeds up the time. It makes it go faster. But at the beginning, I was saying, wait, like I don't get it. So I had to keep replaying. I have to go back to like the time and that I missed. But now I watch it on 1.5, 1.75, and I'm able to absorb everything I'm saying. Like I take the notes, I type it out, I put in the time. Okay, what is that time? Like I'll pause it, put in the time, pause it, write down my notes, and then replay it. But it allows me to, you know, I didn't have the time. Then another person watched it or did it. They spent the actual whole time. Like if a video was an hour, it took me maybe like 45 minutes to 30 minutes.
Oh,
and
that's really fast.
It allows your brain to absorb the knowledge quicker because it allows your brain to actually keep working and, you know, keeping that constant flow, like being able to absorb the knowledge quicker. And I mean, that's like kind of like a natural psychology kind of thing. Little hack nugget right there. I mean, if you try it, I guarantee you it'll work. It'll take a while, take like a week, but if you like really like put in the time and actually do it and try to do it, it'll work. And it's worked for me. If it worked for me, then it can work for everybody else. It's just a matter of you actually want to go and actually do that, or do you want to just watch it on normal speed like you would watch it on normal speed?
He was joking around,
and it comes back to being.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, say what you were gonna say.
He was just saying that he was joking around that he has ADHD.
I don't think that was a joke. I think he's got that.
Oh, I have ADHD. I got ADHD.
I mean, when he said that, I'm like, oh, wait. In my mind, I'm like, is he joking or is it true? So I don't know, whatever. But it's okay because because my nephew has it. My nephew has it, and that's okay. Like he just needs to. He has so much energy. He just needs to get it out in some way, you know. So I know how it is.
No, I never I never got confirmed for ADHD. But it's a very high chance that, you know, somebody, I mean, basically like really anybody can get diagnosed with ADHD. Yeah. Like I went through a lot of like testing and I actually like, and in the results, like it said ADHD. And it's because like, you know, if you can't focus on a task or do something at one time, you get sidetracked a lot, which happens all the time. I do that all the time. Like you get diagnosed with ADHD, and that's where it comes, and that's why, you know, I've learned how to work around it. Like I've found like little tips, and I've read books that, you know, work around that. You know, people that have that or people that are diagnosed with that. Like how do you work around that? And a lot of time you don't actually use that because I used to take Adderall. I don't take it anymore. A lot of bad side effects. A lot of like waste of money, huge waste of money. So I just allow myself to have it. And, you know, I've worked around it. Like when I hop up this call, I'm probably going to go do like 50 like before I even get back into what I was actually doing. I just had to hop on here because, you know, Christina wanted to do it. I was like, I got to get on here.
And what is the connection with him and Timmy? I never knew.
I think they're business partners, but I think also because I've been following Josh for a long time.
Okay.
And I think Josh, like I think Timmy, like if I really thought about it, like I think it is. I'm not sure. They didn't actually, but I might like actually broke it here. But I think because he would go around and he would talk about like everybody leveling up, right? Like seeing everybody leveling up, like networking with people that are leveling up, networking with people that are like on a, you know, that higher mindset, because your network is your net worth. But like, I think one of the first posts that he put up with another boss was a lady boss. And it was like if you go back to his like Instagram, if it's still up there, it's like him with a lady boss. And I think that lady boss was Timothy. So I think, and they got connected with each other. So,
okay.
But I think that they all like supposedly like they're together, like they're in a relationship. So, which is awesome.
I just didn't know how to ask it right at the beginning. I'm like, okay, these two guys are in the same location, same business. I don't know if I should ask or just stay out of it. And it really isn't my business anyway.
Yeah, so that for the big meetup in Bali, be like, so guys, tequila's going. I've been wondering, and everybody saw stuff, so you can just let me know now. I'll forget tomorrow.
Yeah, that's funny.
Nobody worries about that stuff. It comes down to little things.
Yeah, and then I've been,
you know, like when I'm focused on something, like I'll figure it out.
Yeah. I've been like spreading the word also, but like what is like, I know all this information is great and everything, but why is it being offered free to us?
Josh was having a hard time changing his sleep schedule, and I want to say kind of like finding like his like he was misaligned, and he was trying to realign himself with like a purpose and a consistency. So he started the EBRs, the early bird roundtables, in the morning, just to get himself back on a consistent schedule. And like he says, like if you teach, you learn, you grow. So he wanted to offer this to put himself back on track, and then to also teach us so that he can realign with his mission, so that he could go, and then also to see us grow too. But first, it was I just want to get back on a schedule and provide value because it makes me feel good, and then also the side effect is helping us all level up. So
yeah. Well, that's why I tell people, like, yeah, just come in, sign on, and like it's free. They're like, it's free. You sure it doesn't cost any money? I'm like, no, he's just giving all this knowledge for free. I'm like, really? Are you sure? Like, yeah, just log in. If you don't like it, then you don't have to stay with the group. And I mean, he's never asked me for money, so I mean, just see for yourself. That's what I just tell them.
It is pretty unbelievable.
I mean, I can say, yeah, it is really unbelievable. But and a lot of people don't even like think that it's actually like legit. Like my parents think I'm getting involved in something that's, you know, gonna like tear me apart. But I'm like, and I actually like, I talked to Timothy about it, and Timothy sent me something, and I'm actually like rewatching it. I was rewatching it before I hopped on this call, just because it's so relatable, like it's so true, and like it's like something like it was like it really changed the way I think, and you know, it's something that won't bring me down. Like at this point, like I'm not gonna allow myself to fall apart, because like I know what I'm getting into, and I understand what I'm getting into, because I've done the research, and I've failed in certain ways from something else, and I know this is not what that other thing is. And like just because of like what's going on right now, like, you know, if it was something that was fake, like we wouldn't be having this call like right now and like talking to each other. So
yeah, I know, because there's so many people right now, like my Facebook and my Facebook mainly, I think, and Instagram, but mainly my Facebook is just all these people like, hey, you want to be learn how to do e-commerce, all this stuff. I'm like, they're obviously listening to my calls or what my content is or whatever. There's just like so many now, and like last week I signed up for two other ones. I'm just overwhelming myself. I don't know if these people are real or if they want, because you know, after a while they want you to spend money and stuff. So I'm just like, this is all overwhelming for me, all this new, because this wasn't here before. I mean, the power of selling online and everything is like new to me. So it's great for the people that are making a great living off of it, but it's all new to me, and I don't know who to trust and who, that's just me, because there's so much out there.
There's a lot of scammy people. Not scammy, but everybody wants to sell a course on Facebook or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
I signed up.
It's a mess.
Yeah, the reason why I asked you is because I signed up with this young guy last week, and it said $9.99 for my course or whatever. So I'm like, oh, what the hell do I have to lose? Then when you go in, it said, oh, but then like pay another $20 for this handbook, blah blah blah. And if you don't buy it now, you're gonna miss the opportunity on this $200 worth course. For you, it's only $20. I'm like, so I was like, screw it, I'll just do it. So I added another 20 to it, and then like pay another $199 and you'll get the entire blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh shit, this is already adding up. It wasn't $9.99 when I began,
right?
And then I just stopped right there. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep it at 40. So it ended up $43 to my bank account, and then it turned out that the guy was a scam.
No.
And I was like, I felt really bad last week. I was like, fuck. Imagine if I added another $200 to it.
Yeah.
And then I wanted my money back, and so I've been emailing them. And then there's his salespeople are like, really, dude, you're fighting for $40? I'm like, $40 that I didn't have, and now you have it.
Right.
So it's just like, should I report it to my credit card, or should I just leave it alone? So far, I've just left it alone. Because then once you change your credit card, you have to like change everything, all your billings and everything. So it's just a hassle, whatever. But after that, I was like, I don't even know who to trust anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that sucks. There is a lot of stuff as far as like e-com or whatever the niche is that you literally can find just on YouTube and online. So the fact that Josh picked the mental fortitude part about it, that really is a huge thing. But everything else, more or less, you can find online. But at the same time, Josh does drop like real fucking gold, often actually. So I think it's a good thing that you found Josh, because I believe Josh is genuine. Of course, at some point, like he is going to try to sell something, but it is like the higher level stuff, like what Lizanna and Josh Fedor is getting into, so that you can really fucking take off and scale to a greater level. And that's because his time is valuable. Time is money. So I'm glad you found Josh, but there's a lot of shady shit out there.
I know, that's what I'm coming to find out. And now I'm like, I'm more cautious when I come across these ads now, because they're so tempting to click on. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So like, man, if they're making all this money, I want to make it too. But then like, I forgot what it's called. Like once you get into the you click and it kind of locks you in, and then like it makes you want to purchase even more, and then it locks you in even more, and then get a bigger package and spend more. He was explaining that yesterday.
Yeah, I can't.
But
right now, but yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. This is all a whole new world to me. So I'm excited, but I'm also
I'm not able to do that either. I'm trying to save up. Yeah, but no, that's a good thing. Like, I mean, it's funny. It's good that you mentioned that up. I mean, that's very like true. Like, there's stuff that has happened. I've been in that situation too. I'm not going to say what it is, but like Josh, I think it was the Sunday call that like on Sunday night call that he was talking, and it went like way over. It was like literally like a 3-hour video, because he got in that groove and he was giving out this valuable information, and then somebody actually came in live on that call and was like trying to rat him out. And
I was there.
Like went on, like he literally like, I mean, I think both of you guys were on that call, and I
just stayed quiet. I was like, what?
Said, you know, but it's so like, it's so true. I mean, I'm not gonna state it because I don't want to put myself in that. I don't have the confidence to do that yet.
Yeah.
But like that was like that hit me so hard. Like I was literally like after I was like when that person left, I was like oh shit. Like I knew like that was actually like that's so true, because I feel like in a way I feel the same way. And there's certain things like I want to say to the world, but I'm not I don't have the courage, or I don't have the confidence to say it yet. And you know, when you're a boss, right? Like you are a true boss, like true baller. Like you know what you're saying. You know, like you're not afraid to say what you say because you have that confidence, and that's that subconscious bias. Like I literally just bring out subconscious bias that, you know, I'm not confident enough to say certain things. But like that's what it is. Like he literally said, you know, he convinced the person because he knows that that person knows that he doesn't want to get, and that's why like the stage you are at now is a stage that you will be unless you find your why and your purpose. And like Joe, one of the guys in the Team Jet Set community, said himself in his video, like he found his why, and there's nothing that's going to stop him. And that's why it's so important to find a why. Like real people will find that why. Like I think there's a lot of people in the community right now that actually they haven't found their why. And so they make that, you know, if you make that belief so high, right, that's ET says that, like if you, like a lot of people have a dream, they dream so big but they don't have a grind. Like you have a dream but you don't have a, like your grind is small, right? Your dream is big but your grind is small. Like literally, like you can vision it, you can see it, but if you don't know how to break it down, then you're never gonna accomplish that, like that vision, right? You're never gonna accomplish what you want in life because you don't want to put in that work. You don't want to take the time to think lower than you actually are and take the steps to make that. And you know, like I know what I want. I literally wrote it down, and I know it's gonna take me. Like I said, it's gonna take me about 5 years. You know, but like in those 5 years, you know, I'm gonna absorb so much. Like so much is gonna happen that I'm gonna look back 5 years later, and I'm gonna say, "Dang! Like I'm so happy." You know, I wasn't that person that I was. Like I proved everybody. I proved myself wrong. Like I didn't prove everybody wrong. I proved myself wrong, and that's what it is. Like I want to prove myself wrong for everything that I do, and that's why, you know, I'm putting out the content that I am, because, you know, like Josh said, you know, you have to tell your story, because like people want to hear your story whether or not they want to hear it, right? Like people that, you know, like all your like best friends or your best like family, you know, they might not want to hear it. They might think, this guy, like this, what changed for this person? But really, like Josh said, they, you know, they're gonna come back. And like I that's like one thing I stuck in my head. Like I'm not gonna leave those people behind just because they befriended me or they did something, because they didn't really befriend you. I don't think it like that, you know. They're still your friend, but they just think of it differently. Like they ask you, like, what are you getting into? I'm like, I know what I'm getting into. Like I appreciate that you're worried about me, and I appreciate that you're afraid that I'm getting into something that is a little different. But I understand that, and I'll reach out. But I know what I'm doing, and I'm like, I'm confident in what I'm doing. That's like really all it is. Like I have so much confidence in what I'm doing, knowing what I'm doing, that that's how I see it. You know, I appreciate everybody that's doing what they're doing, because like in the near future, you know, I'm gonna be able to go back, and I'm gonna be able to like know, I'm gonna be able to see all those people, and those people are gonna want to like come back in a way.
Yeah, I mean, like that when that call happened, I was a little shocked. I didn't know what was going on, and then I was like, oh shit, I hope none of this is true, because it's been so good so far. And then, you know, Josh squashed them, and it doesn't matter. Like so far so good. Like it's been good. I haven't taken anything out of my pocket. I've been getting only goodness from this group, And then, like you mentioned, Christina, the people that do want to pay more for whatever he's offering, they offer one-on-one help. They'll help you. So you'll get the help that you want from them. And in my eyes, before asking you, I assume that Josh was doing this because all the great motivators, people that inspire and that make a change in the world, they all have made a ton of money. But what's also missing is like there's something missing in them, and that's when they start giving back to their communities and helping others. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, Josh should probably doing the same thing. He's seen what's out there. He's made money. Now he's just giving his wisdom and just sharing it with other people and building his network. And that's what I took from him. And that's so far so good.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I mean, yeah, I agree. Like you said, you got to give back to get more. So I'd say he's doing a pretty decent job so far. I haven't talked to everybody in the group yet, but the fact that we keep showing up, we could be doing anything else in the world. Like, we know each other, and like we're a micro family. At the same time, it's like if somebody didn't show up again, if I was like, all right, I'm not going to show up again, everybody else would be like, well, and I'm never going to see you again anyway. So people are showing up for like a reason, not just because, oh my gosh, somebody's going to notice if I didn't show up. But we've all got like a purpose. I assume that we've all got a solid purpose for why we're showing up every day. We're getting value. We're taking time out of our days. Like, I got a whole job. Like, this cuts into my job. Like, sometimes I'm at work and not able to get work done. So this, I'm not just here for shits and giggles. We're not here just for just for fun.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't see my ass up that early, especially during these months.
Right.
But I keep waking up at this time.
Yeah. And I asked there was a couple times when I started that first month, I was like, yo, I'm not a morning person. I know I'm a whole asshole when I'm tired. Why am I waking up at 5 a.m.? See these people I don't know, like, they won't miss me. But then I'm like, there is a higher, there's a reason I'm going up. So I'm like, fuck, I guess I'm going to roll the hell out of bed. Sometimes the camera doesn't make it on in the morning, but I'm up and I'm there and I'm looking, even if my hair is standing up on top of my head, camera off, so.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately for me, I actually start work on Zoom at that time.
Oh, really?
So I'm listening to you guys while I mute. I go back and forth with what I'm supposed to be doing for that hour. But I mean, I can't really show my face in the morning because I have to show my face for my Zoom, my class, you know. But it's only until July, so we'll see. But that's my reasoning. Like, I'm not able to put like 100% in the morning, but at least I'm showing up.
There's something to grab in between.
Because like sometimes Josh will be like, Robertino, show your face. Come on. I'm like, oh shit. I don't want to. I can't.
Yeah, I try not. When he comes out, like, I'm like, shit, bro. Like, some of us shit that we're doing, and I feel bad, but I'm like, at least I'm here. Like, anybody can think or say whatever they want. I'm still taking it in, and if there's something I really get, I'll get it from the playback later. Like, it's okay.
Yeah. We're doing it. We're dedicated.
Yeah, no, that's all. It's all about dedication. Like, it's like a lot of time, you know, like I mentioned, like I won't go to bed without accomplishing those 3 goals. Like, I have one goal today and I still have to get it. Like, and it's already like 11:02 p.m. And you know, like I have a 9 to 5 job. Like, I work, I have a job, and sometimes the job goes later. Sometimes the job even goes like later on after 5. But it's like my goals are actually separate from those goals, because like usually, you know, you get home at 5, and you know, you like for me, like when I'm in a vibe, when I'm in a frequency that is so high, like it won't stop me. Like I said, like sometimes I won't even know it's 3 a.m. Like tonight, like it might be 3 a.m. because I'm on that energy level right now. Even like right now, I'm on that vibe, right?
Yeah.
And like I won't go to bed. Like I won't just sleep. Like before, like when I'm like, I would just go to bed, and I have no motivation. Like literally, like that's another thing is if I were to go to bed right now, I would start like I would still do what I did. Like I will like do my night routine because that's something that I do all the time because I have an accountability partner and we do that with each other. And but after I do that night routine, I'll be laying in bed and literally there'll be tears just coming out of my eyes. You know, I'll, like just like start crying, right? Just out of nowhere. And I think it's because like you feel like you went to bed unaccomplished, right? Like because you said to yourself, you wrote it down on a piece of paper and you literally saw it and told yourself, okay, this is what I'm doing today. And you told your accountability partner, okay, these are my goals today, right? This is what I'm doing today, right? And you basically lied to yourself and you lied to that person. And that person would thinks that, okay, you accomplished it. And you didn't. You went to bed and said you did it, but you didn't actually do it. And that's why, you know, you go to because that's unconscious, that's subconscious bias. You failed to do something that you said you were going to do. And even if you didn't have an accountability partner, you didn't do something. You failed that day. And that's like that's why you're like every day has to happen like your last day. I mean, like there's 24 hours in the day, right? The normal person, like you're said to get at least 6 hours of sleep after you hit the age of 25. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm not 25, but like the thing is, you know, you don't actually need that amount of sleep because like if you're on a vibe and you're on a tear to do something, then it will happen, right? If you because you know, okay, this is what I have to do to accomplish that. And it's literally that, you know, if you tell yourself you're going to do something, then you got to do it because you're going to feel bad. And that's just like it's true. Like if someone didn't believe me, I could go get my GoPro and keep my light on, like literally like tonight or like sometime, and like film myself, and like literally there'll be like I feel it, like I start crying, and I'm not purposely trying to cry. It comes out. It just happens because, and I'm guessing it's because, you know, I know that I failed something that I didn't say I was gonna do.
Do you think that you could be, because I kind of feel where you're coming from, because I had that issue when we started writing down our goals like a month ago, or God, I don't know how long ago it was, but when we first started, like, writing down our goals like in the morning before we switched to day one, I'd see my goals, and if I didn't hit it, like I was hurt at the end of the day. I was like, yo, you had one job to finish this fucking list, and what did you do? Like, and sometimes it was from just not being able to finish one thing, so I didn't quite get to the bottom of the list, and sometimes there was a distraction or an external factor that affected me. And I'd go to bed at the end of the night and I'd feel bad and I'd be so hard on myself. But then I told myself personally, like, I told myself I'm being too hard on myself, and that maybe it almost wasn't healthy for me to be that hard on myself, because I really let it get me down. And then sometimes it would affect my tomorrow. I don't know if it affects your tomorrow, but do you think that it's possible that you're being hard on yourself, or are you just like, you're fine with it? And I'm just wondering, like, everybody's different, but I just had to tell myself, like, if you're not perfect, you tried your damnedest, but if you didn't get it done today, that needs to be at the top of your list tomorrow. So how do you feel about that?
I think when that happens, so like I'll like if I failed to get that goal and I cried that night, like I would wake up in the morning and I'll feel like shit. Like I would literally wake up in the morning like I wouldn't have good sleep. Like the REM REM sleep that's, you know, it's supposed to have, you're supposed to dream, it wouldn't happen. And like I would wake up and I'll be like, oh, like I don't want to get out of bed, like my body, and it would take my body like it would take my body longer to actually wake up. Like actually, like that happened this morning. Like because last night I actually did have like a loss. Like I actually failed for the first time in like 3 weeks. Like I didn't get it because I was just, you know, I was so tired. Like literally, like my body could not function. Like I knew that my brain could not function. And like, you know, it is, I mean, because it gets to you, like sleep gets to you. Like if you don't sleep, you know, if you don't get, like, I think for me, like I need to get at least 6 hours of sleep a night. And like usually like Mondays, like throughout the week, I'll be like certain days, you know, I'll be at such a high vibe, like, I'll only get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep that day, but it will get to you eventually. And like, you know, because certain things happen, you get fatigued, your body gets fatigued, you think you have something but you don't actually have something, and stuff like that. So it does get to you. But like today, like I was mentioning, like I woke up and when I went into work today, like it literally took me, like I was still working, but like my body was like shivering, like my legs were like shivering, like I was like vibrating because like my body was trying to wake up, you know, like and your body was trying to like get ready to. And then after like 9 o'clock a.m. or 10 o'clock, after like an hour or two of starting to work, I got into it. Like my brain started working and my body started flowing and I started to get back to normal. But that's because like, you know, I don't know if it's like something, but like I got literally like 7 hours or 8 hours of sleep. So I got a good amount of sleep because my body was tired. It's just that, you know, at the same time, your brain knows that something went wrong. And that's how important like wins are. Like that's why it's important to, you know, put in the time and say, you know, okay, I need to do this. And if somebody like wants to like talk with you, just say like, you know, I gotta finish this. I gotta do this. I told myself I was gonna do this. And like they'll try to keep like talking to you, say, oh wait, no, like I wanted to say this. But like you just say, you know, no, like we'll talk about it later, right? I'll talk to you later. Like I gotta finish this. I'll just call you up or I'll just text you, you know, I'm ready. But like it won't happen until I did this. Like I do that all the time. And like it works. Like literally like I was before this, I was actually talking to a family member and they were still talking and I was like, I gotta get on a call. And they were like, what call? And I was like, it's, you know, it's I could say less, like just I'll say less because like and then I just left. And like in their mind, like they kind of know what I'm doing, but they want to know what you're doing. Like they want to like, oh, okay, I want to get involved, right? I want to know what you're doing. But I'm like, no, like I'll eventually I'll show you what I'm doing. But at this moment, I'm not going to tell you. And that's why it's important to like, you know, learn that way, like learn like how everybody like does certain things and how everybody sees certain things. And that's human psychology. And I have a lot of books on it and I read a lot. Like I'm a very quick reader. I know a lot of like reading hacks too. So I don't know, I'm a hacker in a good way. So like I'm not a computer hacker or anything, but I know like little like mind hacks to like absorb knowledge faster and
How old are you?
apply myself. I am. How old do you think I am?
I would say you are between 17 and 19.
Nah, I wish.
What? You're only 14?
Oh my God, that's not what he said.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I'm the same age as Josh. You know how old Josh is?
22.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. You
Yeah.
look younger. I wish I had
Thanks,
some of
appreciate
that.
it. A lot of people.
No, but that's good. I mean, everything that you're saying,
I love to hear that.
everything that you're saying, it definitely comes from your heart, and you can definitely tell. And
Mm.
your mentality, your whole, everything about you right now, this moment, I can already tell that you're going to be very successful because you're very focused and you're very dedicated, and you strive to be the best you can for yourself and for others. And like the way that you mentioned, like if you don't, then you toss and turn at night, you can't sleep. But it's not that you like intentionally meant to do that. It's maybe you just didn't have time to get around to it or whatever. But that still bothers you, but you still meant to accomplish that goal, right? But you can tell that your heart is in it.
I didn't meant to accomplish that goal. I will accomplish that goal. If it's like if it's 12 a.m. in the morning, I will accomplish that goal. I won't go to bed until that goal is accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the difference maker right there.
Yeah.
Like not meant, I will.
Mm-hmm. No, I need.
Like,
I definitely need that
about it. But
I need that right now because I have so many things to do, and I don't write them. Like it's so easy. Like all I need to do is write them on a Post-it or even. But I know I've been needing to do these things throughout the entire week, and then I'm like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. But you know, I have to be more strict, like you.
I need to. One thing I do need to get back on is I need to get back on my video. I need to get back on my videos, but which I will do because Josh said everybody's got to make their videos. So I gotta get back on it because it helps me. Like it's not that like I love helping you guys too, but like at the same time it really helps me. Like just like watching myself and seeing myself in the mirror, or like seeing myself on camera. Like one thing that I do that is like actually really crazy, and like a lot of people don't do. Like when I wake up in the morning and I brush my teeth, like I actually like go in the mirror, like look myself in the mirror and literally say everything that was bad about me in the past, and say, okay, I'm not that person anymore. And I go about my day, because like by saying that, okay, I want to make a change, and you're really telling your own reflection itself, I want to make a change. I'm not gonna allow myself to go back to what I did. And that it's helped me a lot. Like I still hang out with the friends that I'm involved in, but I don't do the certain things that they do, because it's gonna, or get like hang out with them because I know that I'm better than that. Like I still hang out with them, but I still have a good time without hanging out with doing what they're doing. So it makes a big difference, and it's like it's helped me. Like I mean, I'm here. I'm where I am today because of it. Like that's really how I started. Like that's one of my mentors told me that. Like literally go in the mirror every day, and like say everything that made you ungrateful, and then be grateful, and then you'll be more grateful for it that day, and then be able to accomplish that. You have a higher standard for yourself. Like what is your standard for yourself? And like that's the standard. That's how powerful like that higher standard, or that higher frequency is. And a lot of people, like you're not willing to do it. And if I looked back at my past self, like there's really two versions of it. Like my past version would never do that, because he wouldn't want to do that. But the version of me now would do that, because he knows like what is going to happen if he actually does that.
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Yeah, you're definitely a mature 22-year-old. All of you guys are very mature for your age.
Took me a long time.
Generation.
My parents always told me I'm a late bloomer, but they know.
Mm.
Like
That's
they see
good.
the change and they understand it, which is
That's
good.
great.
It's one
Yeah.
thing that I've always tried to prove it wrong to everybody and prove it wrong to myself. So because like it's all about you, right? Like, like I love you guys, but like at the same time, like I love myself like 10 times more than I love everybody that I love.
Yep.
Like as a family.
Got to.
Like the reason like I see all you guys like as family, as like a team, as a community, is because like I don't have siblings. Like I'm an only child. And like a lot of my family has other siblings, but I'm an only child. Like I'm the only one in the family that's an only child. And so like it's a big thing for me, like to have this community and have all you guys really as like a brother and a sister, and like see everybody like leveling up and see everybody winning and like growing together. And that's why I'm trying to get on a call with like every single person, because like that's just like one-on-one calls with every single person.
No, that's great. I saw that from the very beginning.
Yeah.
You were the one to reach out to me when it was time to get into find little groups to hold accountable. You reached out to me, and then after that, I'm like, dang, this guy's like. Then I started seeing all your posts and stuff. I was like, this guy's on it. That's why I mentioned it to him yesterday. Cause like you better watch this guy because he's on it.
Dude, I'm still waiting for Josh to follow me back. Like I want him to follow me back. He hasn't followed me back yet.
He will. He will.
What? I thought he was following everybody.
On Instagram.
Following everybody. I never checked, but I thought he was.
But there's a limit you can follow, right? After a while, after a certain, I think after 5,000, you can't. It cuts you off. So I think.
Really, there's no limit to following people.
Yeah, there is, cause like it won't let me. Oh, actually, no.
Oh no, if you're doing it constantly, then you'll get restricted. I think. Yeah. Like, if you're following like 500 people in one day, then they'll think that something's up, and then they'll block you.
That's dumb.
And then your account will be inactive for like 24 hours, and then it will come back up. But because they might think, oh, it's like a scam, or like he's trying to scam something or something, and like a lot of people are kind of more aware of that. They're being more aware of like what's going on about that. But that's the difference. That's what it.
Well, you guys, it's been real.
Of course. I'm glad we did this. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
So who was gonna get on or how this?
Yeah, I should actually hop off, and I gotta get back on the grind before because I do have work tomorrow. So.
All right. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow morning and
bright and early.
Tomorrow afternoon, hopefully. We'll see what happens. I'm not really sure what today was about, but glad we did this, and then maybe we can get more on a call like this, even if Josh doesn't put something together. So.
Yeah. Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah, I'll try to get on. I'll try to get on in the morning. I am actually over my data limit, so but I'll try to find a way.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
So because I don't use unlimited data because I use prepaid just because like usually sometimes I don't have to get on, but since I've been working, I'm starting to realize like my data limit that's how easy your data limit goes up. So I'm trying to I gotta work around that.
You don't have a family plan?
Yeah, like really Zoom calls. No. My dad is cheap as hell.
Oh man.
My parents are cheap.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you find ways to work around it.
I always find a way.
Yeah.
It's the only way to do.
All right. Thanks for inviting. Nice to see your faces.
Yeah, No
Thanks, Christina.
problem. Anytime.
All right. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't toss and turn.
Peace.
Okay. Okay, bye.